It's
Hello,
time to
everybody.
talk categorical maps.
Woo!
Chapter 7,
All right, let
lucky
me
number 7.
get that pulled up and share my screen.
And this one's pretty straightforward, but there's some neat little tips that we're going to throw in here.
Yeah,
Famous
share.
last words.
Except I want that to be like that. Come on now. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about thematic maps. I almost said theoretical maps. The thematic maps, and that's where you're mapping something that is a quantity. So categorical maps is the flip of that coin, where you're mapping something that is of different type. So I've got a couple examples. In a city, you have light poles. We have light poles that are owned by all kinds of different entities. So this is a map of different light pole owners. Um, then zoning. Everywhere has zoning. Zoning is categorical. It is not numeric at all.
And every
That
place
means,
has their own particular colors they like to use for everything. It's
yeah,
their community's standard.
yes. And so it goes for general plan, for land use, all of that as well. And then this one is a line feature. I guess I just wanted to show something a little different. And this is what date your street is swept. So you find your color and look on the map and see that, oh, purple, that's on Wednesday. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, so just some interesting things about categorical maps is when you're putting one together, using the a graphic hierarchy, it's a way of making things kind of certain things jump at your eye better. So this one we have here, you can't tell what's the important thing. Is it the purple lines? Is it the blue dots? Is it the green um, squares? You have no idea. But if I do this, where I put the lines and the boxes in gray, now you know that the message of the map, the important thing that you're supposed to be paying attention to, are the red dots, no matter what they are. So it's a good thing. Yeah, this is just some techniques. Putting a yeah, oh, this is another good one with graphical hierarchy. So
Mm.
yeah, you know that the red dots are the thing, but now do you see them better? I mean, and all they did was put things to gray and give them smaller outlines. So,
And you can think of
but
this the same way with your base map. Like what kind of base map's appropriate there?
mhm. Yeah, you want whatever background you have to make the subject of your map really pop. So, okay, so that's it for the slide portion of the program. I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay, let me show you this then.
Yeah, so then we'll jump into some demo stuff.
Alrighty, let's demo away. Okay, let me know when you can see that.
All right, almost. Yep, I can see it.
Okay, so this is my town of Lomita, California, in southern LA County, a
Nice.
city of whopping 2 square miles and 21,000 people. I was going to say 21,000 square people. Some of the people are square and some of them are not.
That'd be
But
cool.
anyway, so what I have here is I mapped out the city. So here's a categorical map. Let me turn this one on. Categorical, sorry, um, this is looking at a quantity. So we're looking, this is a thematic map where the darker it is, the newer it is. And if we zoom in, the pattern that you see is that there's really not much of a pattern because the city was developed very small areas at a time. And what these were small farms. And so you have in many cases a like the old farmhouse there, little 2, 3, sometimes 4 bedroom house will be on the one corner, and then there would be a little cul-de-sac going back from it. Like you can see examples here of those sort of cul-de-sacs. So those were all built at once, those are built at once, and so on. Anyway, so, but I want to look at something as a categorical map here, which is, I'm going to look at the land use. And so here is the same data, and we're just going to symbolize it a different way. So, by the way, this is a handy thing to do. If you have a data set like the Cal and virus screen data that has a whole bunch of different types of data in it that you want to use, you can copy and paste it in over and over again in here in your table of contents, and just give it a different name to keep track of. Very, very easy to do, and it does not change anything in your data.
And it's nice to overlap them that way too.
So right now I have these as single symbol. So we're just showing, okay, there's your parcels. Not terribly useful, but let's say that it was parks, and we showed all the parks there just as one layer. That would make sense. But let's look at unique values. And so it's going to give us a list here of the things that it thinks it can map. And as unique values, it's just about everything.
Well, it's everything that is a text field.
Or a number. It could do either one, right?
It can actually do that too.
Yeah.
I
So
guess it does, yeah.
Because you might have things that are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, but the numbers themselves don't matter. So let's look at land use here. Let's map them by legal description. Talk about useless. Okay, land use. Yeah. Ta-da! That gives a very different look. And you can also see how we have a mix here of a mix of single family and multifamily all mixed in.
You really do.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So you can see this area is a tract that was all built at once. You can tell by the type of use. So a couple important things here. This is too many different colors to use. That doesn't work, because if you want to say, oh, okay, well, let me look here. So what are these pinkish ones? They look pink to me, at least. Oh, those are hospitals. Like, oh, no, those aren't hospitals. Oh, they're industrial acreage. Oh, no, they're not that either. They're municipal properties. No, they're not that. So anyway, yeah, what you'd want to do is group these. And so you can say, I'm going to, well,
like you group all of the residential together, all of the commercial together.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But it is a common mistake to use a different color for everything and try to throw it all on there. So just know that. See, this says 67 symbol classes.
Yeah. It essentially makes your map worthless because nobody can follow that.
And unless people have super color acumen, they're not going to be able to tell them apart. That's a real thing. So we're not just making that up. And in general, men have lower color acuity than women. Note that's in general. There are obviously variations on that. More men are colorblind. And so for them, that's going to be an even bigger issue when you have a whole bunch of colors that you're using. So you got to watch out for that. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is colors have meanings. So like red means danger, right? We all know bad. That's natural. Green means go or good. So now let's say that you want to look at income. You could go from very light green to very dark green, depending on the income of an area. That would make sense. Let's say you want to look at your Native American population. What you're going to do a shade of black or brown or red, you got to think about these things and how that's going to be consumed by somebody.
Yeah, and how they are culturally sensitive as well.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go into the details there, but historically, colors that have been associated with ethnicities, and don't use them. Just don't. You know better. Just don't. And if you
Bonnie
see
Mary
somebody's
told me.
accidentally done that, well, just try to quietly show them the truth and the light, that that's not a good thing to do. And also, you don't want to use red for an area of population concentration unless it's like high level poverty or something like that. But if you're just talking about who the people are, red means trouble. So don't do that.
Yeah.
Simple enough. You got lots of colors here to choose from. Oh, and by the way, um, you also have these handy groups of colors that can be really
Okay.
neat. And again, you can just play with these and try to
Yeah.
find something that's appropriate. Like, oh, well, it's a little less in your face, or maybe you want it to be like, bam, standing out there. Okay, these are a
And
bit more so.
and sometimes I'll pick one of those bands and then there's might be a particular color that I don't like it's too emphasized or it's not emphasized enough. You can go into that list and change any one of those just by itself.
Yeah, so if I click on that and then properties, color, and oh, I want it to stick out like a sore thumb.
It's
So
black.
yeah, we're gonna make that one black. It's not black, but it's dark. I could put my glasses on, but that would make it less fun.
He
So
said men didn't see colors well, didn't
yeah, this isn't can't see colors. This is can't see the screen.
he?
Such is life. And again,
So I see a couple of those pop up.
yeah, see, like here's one, here's one. So the things you want to have pop up, or the things that you want to have in the background. Easy stuff. And then don't forget this, that you can reduce the size of those down. And that's going to
Oh, the
lighten
size
things
of
up to make
the
it
outline
clearer.
width, yeah.
Or you can go all the way on that and say no color around them.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ah.
now this is just doing the one value. Sorry. Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. I was like, wait
Yeah,
a minute.
I know. More format all symbols. Should have showed that, so I'm glad I did. And if we want to say outline color, no color. See, now that's kind of cool, huh? Or we can do the opposite. Outline color, let's go with black, or sorry, let's go in between here. If you do a light gray, that can be a very pleasant thing. See how that's sort of in the background now?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, it's a good thing. And I'll say like 0.3, 0.4. Let's go hog wild. Isn't it nice how fast that draws? And
Oh, yeah.
anyway,
And that
so
is
now,
nice. I like that.
yeah, now
So,
they're not so distracting.
yeah.
And that you can also use with thematic maps. Anything else we want to say about this? There's a bunch in the book.
Yeah, I would say that we talked about how we could group them. Can you show them how to
Oh,
group like maybe two or three of them
yeah.
together?
Let's go back here. I have everything selected. Let's undo that. Let's put our glasses on so we can read those little words. Okay, let's say I want to group auto repair and auto sales. So I just held down the shift key and I'm going to use the control key now to get things that are not contiguous. Car wash. Um, and
Make that just our auto layer.
yeah, let's just make that our auto layer. So now if I right click on this, I can say group values. Ta-da. So now they have their very own little area. And then format symbol. And I'm going to change that color to Mars red because I like Mars red and it will stand out. Whoops, I missed.
Is the
Mars red. There
wanna
we go. So now we can see those auto uses really standing out.
And it's
Cool, huh?
interesting, they are kind of at a pattern of being on the main streets.
Yeah, they're on Pacific Coast Highway or they're on Lomita Boulevard.
And then you can change the name as well. So they just throw in a generic name for the group, but you can
Yeah.
say, auto businesses or something like that.
Yeah. So over here on label, I'm going to click on it once and click on it twice slowly, not double clicking.
Yeah.
auto related. Okay, so that is now a group that I have. See where it knows that these are combined. And if I decide to undo that, I just right click on it again. And then I can say ungroup values. There it is. Yeah,
Yeah. Love it.
it's cool. Okay, so that's going to do it for this one.
Yeah, I think so.
So go out there and make yourself some pretty maps and make us proud.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Thanks.